Hey, welcome, guys. It is Tuesday night, August 12th, in preparation for Wednesday, August 13th. We're jumping back into the viewpoints of the commodity trader before we jump in and look at the markets here. We've taken out 2 week ago highs today, so we have some things to go over on that. But we're finishing, or we're sorry, not finishing. We're in the Roy W. Longstreet's Viewpoints of a Commodity Trader. So this is the chapter on new goals. It was an entry in a very old diary. Just my mic here. Entry in a very old diary. I have always liked the idea it expressed. Perhaps you will too. The entry was from the Journal of Thomas Cooper, a millwright from Ohio and a member of one of the overland wagon trains to California after the gold strike of 1848. It reads in part as follows. Our goal at last. Truly, this journey has been long and hard. Tonight, within the circle of the train, there is much gladness and merriment, but there is kind of a sadness too, which many have expressed and which I feel also, that our long journey, however difficult, is coming to an end. We will miss the real satisfaction we felt as individuals and as a group banded together as we met squarely and surmounted the obstacles of the trail and the obstacles with which each of us had built in our own minds. I think we will all miss those early mornings on the trail as we wondered what the new day would bring. I know that I will. The passage of 120 years has not changed the truth of what this pioneer was saying. The most glorious moments of life are not the days of success, but those days when you feel arise in you a challenge to life and the promise of future accomplishments. It was my privilege for many years to work with and for William D. Danforth, the founder of Ralston Purina Company. He knew and taught a good lesson to complete a goal once set and then immediately set a new goal. He knew what I considered to be one of the major truths of life, that we must always have new goals before us. We are at our best and we are happiest when we are striving mightily to attain them. We never stand still. The world does not, and we cannot. Unless we progress, we go backwards. Change brings opportunity. We are setting new goals, just a notch higher than the old ones, in the knowledge that step by step we build our fortunes and our wisdom. Each success is built on the previous success. All right, the next chapter is on strength. Perhaps one of the great mistakes made by all of us in trading commodities is to force ourselves to make judgments when tired. Our market judgment should be good judgments. To be so, they should spring spontaneously. Pardon me. They should spring spontaneously from a clear, untroubled mind in a strong body. The Greeks, who were among the first to civilize people to promote good logic and freedom of thinking, realized this when they started the Olympics. How many times have we been astounded by the success associated with raw, brutal force? Persistent, unremitting effort directed towards the worthy goal nearly always wins. We must have the ability to carry on in spite of temporary setbacks, to carry to completion a task undertaken. But is this strength but is this strength entirely as we Americans have conceived it? Ben Kadwalki, Katawaki, sorry, our Japanese gardener, loves to tell me about the culture of his homeland. Recently, he pointed out the symbols of strength in the garden. The Tao region recognizes water as the symbol of strength. It conforms to everything that it touches, yet it has the power to force its way through rock. Another symbol of strength in Asiatic culture is the bamboo. It bends with the wind. When the wind passes, it regains its upright position. How many of us have the wrong concept of strength? The one that has to be so brittle that it breaks with the wind instead of yielding. Pardon me, let me get a drink. Sorry. The Japanese science of jiu-jitsu is based on the principle of winning by yielding. To me, strength is found in that which is durable. For this, I nominate the spider's web. It is there after every storm, while oaks have fallen. All right, we'll just cover those two chapters tonight, and then we'll get into our studies here. Oh, I don't know where bookmark went. There we go. Okay. So on the weekly chart here, pull my notes back over. On the weekly, you notice that I think I pointed this out before. Hang on, that we held this support. So we have these prior highs here, broke down. We came up, we sliced through it. 2 weeks ago, we came back pretty hard, found support there at that 60 zone, and then we bounced back up last week, and now we're starting off this week with additional continuation. So I want to keep that in mind on the weekly basis that that we're showing that kind of strength after the support off of here. So I don't want to ignore that, even though the fast line showing a little bit of divergence, but it doesn't really show divergence until we get back above this high here. So now we're above it. We'll see what happens. The slow line's making new highs here. So we'll see if we get a turn back up in this fast line or not. The other thing is on the daily, pardon me. Daily looks like we're starting into wave 6. So this was wave 5 up here. We broke down. That was last week. That support found at the 62-60 zone. Then we've just moved back up into here pretty nicely to take out, put in all new highs here as of today. So we want to be aware of that. Is this the start of wave 6? Potentially. On a daily basis, I would say I'm looking for weakness here. However, I got to keep in mind that weekly picture, that bigger picture on the weekly. There could be additional strength, guys. Let's don't get too bearish too quick. Let's let the market show us when it's ready to do that. So, on this daily LBR, this is a picture that I want to keep pointing out. Our slow line is still positive, even though it's trickling back down. We're still showing that kind of strength moving up into here. So we'll see what happens, as we move forward. So the 60-minute chart, I wanted to pull that over. Oh, no, I wanted to do the gap chart first. So let's look at the gap chart first. So on the gap chart, today was basically a pure trending day. We did touch off that 15 period or the 20 period moving average on the 15-minute chart here at the open, but then we just continue to trend on up. At some point I would anticipate a touchback or come back in here and check that 15 period moving average. It may not be until tomorrow afternoon, but it depends on how the night unfolds. If we're down below that in the morning, then I would look for additional weakness. We've got a couple gaps down below that we've left on this recent move up, and this is a pretty strong, even though it was a slow grind day, it was a pretty strong move up here today. I wanted to pull in the 60-minute and show this to kind of coincide with that 15-minute moving average. This was the first Keltner channel. This was put in here at 1900. This one was in the middle of forming when I was doing my homework. This just finished here at 10 o'clock 13 minutes ago on the New York time. So this second Keltner channel, where we closed outside, closed back below it. We pushed up, made new highs, and within 2 candles, we closed back below this one that pushed back up one more time. So, that is showing Keltner channel reversal on a 60-minute basis. So, keep that in mind. I know the minimum downside target is this 44. 64.44. However, like I said, on this 15-minute, it's a little bit higher. It's up here in the 50s, so 56. But like I said, if we're showing weakness below that, we could be moving down, in here to come in and fill possibly one or both of these gaps as a potential. Keep that in mind. Balance those thoughts with the weekly picture, though. The internals on the SPY here. Let's show the internals here, and let me look at the SPY. So let me pull this up here real quick. So this is the SPY, the cash flows. You notice we've been just in this channel moving up here. This is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Today marked day 8 of just these continued higher lows, higher highs all along the way. we're kind of getting a little bit of a range expansion here on that. Let me see if I can. Sorry, I can't access my chart. There we go. What does my SPY say? Okay, no, it doesn't give me I thought maybe that's a wide range 7 or something there, but it's not. So here's what's interesting. So like I said, we're in this channel. We could be moving back towards the top of this channel still, which comes in, a lot higher. I don't know, buddy, how many legs you count in these channels, or if you just mark those legs on a daily basis. That'd be interesting to have you look at that on the SPY and tell us what your assessment on that is. But let's go back to look at the VIX here, the last thing we're going to look at here today. So on the VIX, we are back down at this 1470 zone. We closed at 1473. This prior here was at 1470. So I'm kind of messing this stuff all around here, so bear with me. This last low here was this high. Well, we've made a higher high in price, and we're basically the same on our VIX. So we want to monitor that. Are we going to get it move back up off that VIX here? Then that would definitely support the down, and especially if if these Keltner channel reversals on the 60-minute you start playing out, and or that weakness on the 15-minute start playing out. However, if we get continued push down in this VIX, down below these prior highs, and the price is pushing up, and that weekly picture, we want to be careful shorting that. So, all right, guys, that's it for tonight. We will see you in the chat tomorrow. Safe trading, happy trading. Let's go with what you're seeing, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's just one trade. That's all you have to focus on, is just that one trade. Don't be afraid to take that one, and then you'll see about the next trade. But try not to have fear to pull the trigger when we need to on those. All right, guys, that is it for tonight. Let me get back to stop this. We'll see you in the room tomorrow.